Here are 5 ways that you can generate ideas for your content creation. Pay attention to number 5, and it's one of the simplest methods that so many people are actually unaware of. So stick around until the end for that. 1. Utilize popular trends and topics. As the name suggests, look at what's currently popular in your niche. For example, if you have a tech channel, explore what tech YouTubers, journals, or even newsletters are discussing. However, keep in mind that you shouldn't solely focus on the current trends. Instead, aim for an evergreen content that can withstand the test of time. Feels a bit weird to say that for content creation. Find a unique angle or perspective to make your content stand out, including your own perspective. Creating content that is too common may make it difficult to be discovered and gain traction. Think about why someone would choose to watch your content over someone who is more established. For instance, instead of generating a topic or a title, I would say, like how to improve my credit score, which is pretty generic and pretty general, maybe you can create a video which is pretty similar, add your own twist, and title it How I Achieve an 800 plus credit score as a 21-year-old. That will be a pretty cool video if I do a finance channel, yeah? Remember, it is still essential to cover these basic topics, but be aware that in the short term, they may not initially attract the most amount of view, but in the long term, it could be even one of the most viewed content. So definitely a good idea to sprinkle those topics into your content strategy while also focusing on some of the more unique and captivating ideas. Leverage software and online tools. AnswerThePublic.com, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, and more. You can simply open up your Google and find this easily. These softwares could go from a keyword breakdown research to see what are the competitors and maybe the performance of a keyword, all the way to literally giving you a full ideas. So definitely play and experiment with it. And of course, some are free and some are paid. I'll link some that I personally use down in the description below so you can check it out and play with them. 3. Engage with forums and other communities such as Facebook groups, Quora, and Reddit. While I personally haven't been active in these locations, I recognize their power and potential, and I do plan to utilize them more in the future. This is because you get to see what is going on in the industry and what are people actively discussing and pretty much being interested in at the moment. Speaking of groups, chats, and communities, the next one is the comment sections. Now in the beginning, what you're looking for is not your own comment section because there's probably no one commenting on it.
Boom. Roasted.
Once you're more established and you begin receiving more comments, it is definitely a good idea because that's literally are the comments and questions that they are asking. But for now, it is actually your competitors' comment that we are actually actively looking for. Whether you're a cooking channel, tech channel, and or even running a business, whatever industry you're in, find other competitors, creators, or companies that are in your niche and check out their content. Often you'll find questions from their viewers and topics like let's say installation method for a water filter. How to install them, what are some budget-friendly options for a certain price, and maybe product comparisons. I actually don't understand any of these, I just come up with these examples, but you get what I mean. By you going a step further and helping them answer these questions, you actually will create content that pretty much revolves around the customers and thus build a relationship with your audience and establish yourself as a reliable source of information. Because imagine if I want a water filter and I'm looking at you for your content on how to, let's say you're installing them, and then I was like, oh okay, you actually know, let me see what else do you know and what else do you recommend. That's actually a very good way to build trust and generate leads. 5. Utilize YouTube autofill. Now, you may already know this or not, but the crucial part here is to not let your personal YouTube algorithm to affect your research. And you can only achieve this by going to the dark side. Go to the space of incognito. Now, it's actually very simple there. I don't know why it sounds like so wishy-washy, like we're doing some type of dark and deep web crime. But all you need to do here is that you just go to youtube.com or Google or whatever search engine. But for this exact example, I'll just use YouTube. You can simply type how to and just leave it a blank or maybe an underscore and a keyword that maybe whatever it is that related to you. What this will do is that it should logically autofill your underscore or maybe in the end of the sentences to something that is most searched on YouTube. Let's take an example, something like how to play space. And there you can see already, there's a lot of option that is shown. And if you switch the underscore to either the beginning of the search bar or maybe somewhere in the middle or in the end, it will somehow change the result that it's shown Logically, from what I know, is that if you put an underscore in between of the words, it will autofill in the middle part of the word. But what I found is that it doesn't always happen like that, so definitely feel free to try with that. So definitely play with how you structure the sentence because it does yield you different results. Sometimes it does look weird though when you put an underscore not in the end of it, but it definitely still helps to generate the initial concepts and ideas. Now that you've chosen your idea, how do you know that a video will do well or not? Well, to figure that out, you definitely need to do some basic research. And make sure that you check out this video that I will be put out on the 10th of June to learn more. The second is to do keyword research to find its competition and search volume. You can do this from many different softwares and applications like Ubersuggest or FitIQ, TubeBuddy. There's quite a lot of plugins for this too.